we're going to do it slightly differently from the table. Instead of using 3 columns times 5 rows, I'm just going to use div to do this part and show you how to do this. It's actually just 3 boxes, but each boxes actually have the same formatting, just that the content is different. Let's dive in. So we have a H1 align center in this color, and then we have 1, 2, 3 columns. So we just have to build one and duplicate and then change the part. So how to build this thing in? So first thing first, the big box size is 480. No, the big box size is actually around close to 540. Let's keep it at 540. 540 height is actually the same size as the top. Okay, let's build this thing in. Let's drop the big box and then put in the H1 and these 3 box first. I'm simply going to call it services box. Services box. Okay, which house H1, which is services offer, and then followed by 3 boxes. So div class equals to, so individual box we simply call it feature box. Okay, inside this feature box there's an image. So image services 1, and followed by H2, which is the header, and followed by a paragraph of text, and followed by the buttons, which I'm going to use an A tag. Okay, and this will be find out more. Okay, I'm just going to fill this thing in. Find out more. So the button, because I'm going to separate out from this navy box, it's actually a class called orange button. And then for this is actually this gibberish, the description text here. So all 3 of them the same, they are all feature box, just that the content is different. So what we'll do is we're simply going to copy this, okay, and simply duplicate 2 sets down. So we're going to change this services 1 to services 2, and this services 3. And then the title is different, so I'm just going to take the title. The second one is Bring Memory Homes. And the third one is Rejuvenate Your Body and Soul. Let's preview. So we have this services offer H1, 1, 2, 3. Not to worry, at this stage that is actually Ghibli run all over the place because we have not defined all the boxes first. Let's turn on this services box. We have to do big to small to individual one. Yeah, not to worry about that. So same thing. Services box is going to be the same as this. It's going to be a display block this. Width and height is this. And there's no background image, it's background color. So we're going to simply copy this whole chunk and paste it in first. Okay, services box. So remember to put a dot so that it's a class, services box. And put this umbrella bracket. That's how you call the CSS. Alright, not this hero image. We simply want a background color only. So this background color is this color. Oh, it's actually a gradient. Okay, let's put a flat color first. I'm just going to take this color first. Put a double close here, so I should remove one. Save and refresh. So yes, now this is the size. This is H1. Same thing, H1 will have this margin to push this open. So not to worry about that. So services box. Okay, I'm gonna use the margin inside. Okay, set it to 10 pixels. Okay, dot services box. Okay, the H1. Now I want to style the H1. Okay, display block. Okay, and then centralize it. Text dash align, center, and margin, set it to 0 first. Okay, then we can come back and then put in the margin. Then this one we can actually put a padding. Top and bottom is 30. Left and right, let's put 0 first. Instead of using this margin to push, we use the padding, which is the space inside the box, okay, to push this thing. So now I'm going to use a padding also to push this up. So margin 0, padding is 50 pixel 0. So now we have removed this margin to 0, so it's inside. I'm going to put back the spacing inside within the box itself. So I'm going to put it at this H1, so it's called padding. Okay, top and bottom, I put it at 30 pixel, left and right, I'm just going to leave it to 0. So that's how it is. We'll come back to this color soon. And let's put this thing one after another first. So the first thing is actually to style this feature box. I'm going to simply copy. Alright, feature box dot feature box. Okay, and their display is actually an inline block. And I'm going to use the width for this as the guide. The width of this should be 300, so I'm going to put 300 and come back and refresh. Yep, they are 300. So right now, because they are actually up down like that because of this, okay, the line of this, so I'm simply going to put it at vertical align is top. So to have them all the same, and then to have them align center. So 3 of these align center should be services box, text align center. So 3 of the box will be aligning center, and then going to use some margin to push them up. Individually, they actually align left, so I got to make this align left. So text align inside the individual box is the left side. Okay, and then now I'm going to separate and push them up. Actually, padding should work. Padding top down is 0 pixel, left and right, let's say put it at 5 pixel. I think 5 pixel is about right. So 1, 2, 3. So that's how we actually style this. And now we can actually go back and drop in the colors for each one of these first, and then the button. So this H1, let's drop the color in. The text color is actually this color. Okay, always remember to put the semicolon at the back. Yep, dot and comma. Okay, the color is right, and this color should be the P color as well. The paragraph text color, this paragraph text color. So it's actually dot feature box paragraph text with font. Oh, just put color. That will do. And what about this? The H2. H2 is this color. H2 color is this color. Okay, we'll come back to the styling of the font later. Now let's build this button. Find out more button. So it's called buttons. Image button. So it's an A tag dot button. Okay, first thing first, background color is actually the H2 color. See how it looks like. Orange button. A dot orange button. Okay, And then the font color is white. Color is white. You can simply just put in white. And then the margin to push it up and side. So top and below is 10. I'm going to put it at 10 pixel and 30 pixel left, right. So this one is actually top and bottom. This is 30 pixel is left and right. So top, bottom, left and right when you do it this way. Not margin, padding, sorry. We always confuse between these two, padding and margin. One is within the box, one is outside the box. So not to worry about that. So it's too near this. So we're gonna use this margin up and down to separate them. 50 pixel up and down, 0 pixel left, right. Okay, we gotta add some margin bottom for P tag. Maybe 50 pixel after that. Yeah, to push this thing down too much. 30 pixel. Alright, let's make them curve and then remove the underline. So text decoration, none. And curve is border radius. I'm just going to put 30 pixel. So that's how it is. Alright, second part done. There are a few things about this A tag. Okay, A tag, there are actually another state called hover, which means that when you're using a PC or Mac, when you mouse over, there's actually a hovering effect. So you can actually turn that on by, for example, I'm just gonna do this orange button, okay, and column hover. It means that when I mouse over it, and it's gonna change the attribute to it. So I'm simply gonna change this to the background color. I'm going to reverse the thing. Background color change to white, while the text change to this color. So if I save this, which means that my button now, when I mouse over, it becomes white and reverse. So there's an effect to it. So that's called hover. So same for this as well. We can actually add a hover state to it so that it looks nicer. That's our navy box. Okay, and add a hover state to it. Column hover. Let's close the umbrella bracket first. And then same thing, we're going to change the font color to white. So which means when I mouse over now, it will change to white color. So that's how you actually change the state of it. Let's come back and drop in the font. I want to introduce you this thing called web font. There are actually a lot of web fonts out there. Google font is one of them, which I actually like the most. So whatever fonts that you want to use, suddenly it appear out to like 1,000 over families of font that you can use. The Crimson Tag font is actually from here. Okay, Crimson Tag comes with 6 styles, so simply click on it. There are actually this many style of fonts that we can use. I use this font for the A tag and then the P tag, the reading fonts. To use this font, you can actually simply just add to it. I just use the regular, this one. Okay, we don't need to download. Okay, we can actually use this link, but I don't want to use the link. I want to use this CSS. Okay, the CSS part, which is actually this add import. Okay, so that I can put inside the CSS. So I'm going to use this, copy this. Don't copy the style because we already have the style tag. Just copy this add import, this thing. Copy this and simply go to our Dreamweaver and paste it on top of this CSS. Okay, inside the style. Yeah, so that will import font from this URL, which is this Google APIs, the .com, which is their server, this font. Okay, and add this weight. Then to use the font, we simply have to declare this font family Crimson Tag Serif. I simply gonna declare inside this body tag. So which means everything in my body tag by default becomes Crimson text. Okay, save this and then go back and refresh. Now every font becomes Crimson text. That's how we use web font. Now of course you notice that my H1 and H2 are actually italics, but it's not Crimson text, it's another font. It's Playfair Display. Playfair Display is also a Google font. So I use italic only, and it's only a normal weight. Yep, normal weight. So we are safe. Simply go back to Google and add on Playfair display. And I only use this one. So this one I don't want it anymore. Add this, and it's here. So make sure you copy the right one. Playfair display. So one of these, simply import both font together. So I have to replace this with this. So it means that now it import not only Crimson text but also Playfair display. Okay, italics, and that's it. So I'm gonna just change this. Not change, I'm just gonna copy this Playfair display so that I put inside my H1. So after body, I'm simply gonna declare H1, comma, H2, which means all H1 and H2 use this font size. Okay, save this and go back and refresh. So my H1 and H2 all use this font type. Okay, I have to remove the bow, I believe. So for H1 and H2, since I don't want it to bow, so font weight, okay, normal. Okay, now they are normal, they are not bold. So my H1 and H2 are all become this font. Oh, my H2 is not that font, so my H2 is also Crimson text. So let me change back. Okay, only H1 is Playfair display, H2 is Crimson text, but H2 is actually, but my H2 is, the font weight is normal. Save and refresh. That's how you use Google Fonts and use like hundreds of fonts. And this certainly look very close to, if not almost the same as this what we have our design. I believe that bring you through one step at a time, you actually learn and actually will know how to build this thing by your own. And this is the way that I learn as well. I hope that my videos are beneficial to you. If you like my video, please click like and subscribe and hit that bell button, so that whenever there's new videos updated, you will actually get notification. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.